saying
Yeah,
that
good.
there are, when you say controlled opposition, I mean, I know that there are people that think, I mean, I've heard people even say that Dr. Stephen Greer from the UFO community of SC5 fame might be part of the opposition. That
Well,
they're
well,
these paid actors that are saying, yes, there are aliens, but they're actually like psyops to confuse people with the real alien info.
I,
Are there flat earthers like that, you think, too?
yeah. Oh, there's not. There. We call them globers, right? And there's a few. There's very few flat. I don't know. Actually, I don't. I really don't really pay attention to that. I just pay attention to good information. There's people out there that have some great information, and then they're off on some other. I take the good, I leave the bad, and I go on from there. I don't care who the messenger is. I don't care. In some of my greatest videos on my channel, DITRH, the initials for Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole, come from these trolls that make these fallacious videos. I'm like, oh, I'll just take that and really explain what's happening. Really explain how a sunset works. They're like, there's no way the sun could go below the horizon on a flat earth. It would be daylight all the time, right? Let me show you I brought up sunsets. Can I show you a quick video on that? This
Yeah,
will kind of
please,
get your
please.
mind thinking. So this is my flat Earth kitchen. Here's my flat Earth kitchen counter, and here's the path of the sun. This level line, and you can see that it's level. And we're watching it from what I call a celestial point of view at the same level, and we're moving it across. Now this could be a mountain ridge, it could be a skyline, it could be just opaque clouds. But this is an opaque barrier, but the sun never goes below it. Now I got a camera on the flat Earth counter, looking up, watching it go away. And if I showed you this first, I said, is this line level? You'd go, no, it's going down. And if I said, does this sun go below this opaque barrier, which is at your eye level? It's really not. It's just in the distance and it merges into the horizon. And you'd say, no, it's going down. Look at the line. If I showed you this first,
Right.
that's a level
Right.
line. And this is at your eye level because it's in the distance. I don't care if it's Mount Everest or just a row of houses. All right. So here's a real sunset. Look, and look where it's going behind. It's not going behind here. This is the atmospheric deck of opacity, and it's just going beyond it. And that's how we see the sunset. As the sun goes away, it goes beyond it. Now, this is usually over water. You see this, but there's times in clear, dry areas. This is in Afghanistan. One of our soldiers filmed this, and it was super dry, super clear, and the sun just stopped going down, and it just sat here, and this is sped up. It's just going away. It's clearly going away, right?
Interesting.
It's not going down, right? And people just believe, people believe what they want to believe. And one more. This is me. I filmed this 7 different times looking west from the East Coast, overland in the winter when it's below freezing, super clear day, very hard to get. And the sun it just went down, 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 down. And if the earth was spinning, it should just keep on going, but it didn't. It went down, 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 and then it stopped. And it sat here for 10 minutes. This is sped up
Right.
like 2,500%. It sat there. It didn't go down. And it faded away into the soup of the atmosphere where its electromagnetic throw could no longer push. Just like when you look through a pane of glass, it's perfectly clear, but stack 100 of them together, you can't see through the other side. You can't even shine a flashlight
Right.
through it, okay? And that's what happens when the sun goes away. Now, my friends were at the beach, and they saw the sunset from the bottom up 10 minutes earlier. It's all
Uh-oh.
perspective.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So wait a minute. So yeah, because it's always, I mean, look, the thing that is so hard to grasp about this is even as a kid, I would sit there and go, well, everything looks flat. We're walking down the street. It seems flat.
Common
They
sense would
tell-
say it's flat.
Yeah, they tell us that you're never gonna fall off it. I mean, that's the classic question. You fall, but yeah, you could keep walking. It's there, but then they'd be like, well, you have to understand that you are so small compared to the bigger picture of what's going on. So I think the thing that's hard for me to grasp mentally is I'm trying to imagine what the sun is supposed to look like. You said it's supposed to go down, I guess. If it wasn't flat.
If
If it
we're on a
wasn't
spinning
flat.
ball, besides
Yeah.
we'd all be dead. What's your question?
Hey, wait a minute. So you're telling me that if this Earth was actually spinning, we should be dead by now.
Well, first, the people say, it's so big that you can't. At the equator, you're spinning 1,000 miles an hour because the Earth is over just around 24,000 miles around. It goes around once a day, 1,000 miles an hour. But they say it's so
Right.
big that you don't even notice it because its angular speed is really slow. Look at the hour hand on a clock. Can you see it moving? No. Well, that is going twice the angular speed that the Earth is going. Okay. If you're looking at a merry-go-round and it goes around once a day, you'd barely be able to see it move. Now, expand that merry-go-round to 10 miles wide. Make it 24 miles wide. Now it's going a mile a minute. All right. Now it's going a mile a minute, 24 once a day, a mile an hour. It's going a